How are you students? So, last class in solid state we completed properties and types of solids, classification of solids and then packing, clear, packing efficiency, then unit cell primitive, then centered, FCC, HCP, then one by one we are going to, we already finished that, but now we are going to enter into the packing solids. So, three types, that one dimensional packing solids, two dimensional, three dimensional, clear. So, one dimensional, two dimensional and three dimensional, clear. So, packing solids is one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional, clear. So, second one we are going to talk about the packing efficiency, clear. The packing efficiencies are CCP, then FCC, then ECC, then HCP. What are they? CCP, then FCC, ECC, then HCP, clear. The third one, electrical properties of solids. What do you mean by electrical properties? What do you mean by conductor? What do you mean by insulator? What do you mean by semiconductors? All the metals are good conductors. What about that solid? For example, sodium chloride is the solid. Clear? That solid, that cation, what do you mean? That cation for example, sodium chloride, clear. In this sodium chloride, Na plus Cl minus. So, this is the cation, this is the anion, clear. So, sodium chloride sodium cation and chlorine anion both are held together with the help of electrostatic force of attraction. So, in solid form, clear, if you are going to pass the electricity means that is the neutral, that act as a neutral, it won't conduct electricity. Why? Because the cations and anions are held together, tightly packed, very close, strong force. The cation and anions are held together with the help of electrostatic force of attraction or Coulomb force of attraction. So, that is why that ions are not able to move here and there, not able to carrying the current. But when possible, if you are going to take the sodium chloride, add into the water, what do you mean? Polar solvent, sodium chloride, polar substance. The polar substance soluble only in the polar solvent, then you are getting the solution. So, that is nothing but electrolyte. What do you mean by electrolyte? It allows the electricity to pass inside, and separate into a cations and anions. The ions are freely moved. The solution, if you are going to be dilute the solution, free movements of ions are there. If it is concentrated, then somewhat difficult to move here and there. If it is dilute solution means the electric current is passed very easy. Clear? So, that is complete dissociation. If you are going to expect complete dissociation, if the solution is dilute solution, in concentrated solution, that much you are not able to expect. Clear? So, now, so this is Na plus and Cl minus. Are you able to follow? Yes? Right. So, what do you mean by semiconductor? The semiconductor is nothing but partially conduct the electricity. All the metals are good conductors. In metal, which is responsible to carrying the current from one place to another? The electrons are responsible to carrying the current from one place to another. The moving of electrons, what do you mean by electricity? The moving of electrons, that is nothing but electricity. So, the electrons are responsible to carrying the current from one place to another. So, all the metals are good conductors. What do you mean by insulator? That would not conduct any electric current. That is the insulators. Clear? Glass, rubber, these are insulators. And then semiconductors partially conduct the electricity. Germanium, silicon, these are the semiconductors. Clear? So, these are the points regarding the electrical properties of solids. Clear? These are the points regarding the electrical properties of solids. What are they? That conductor, good conductor, then insulator, then semiconductors. Clear? In solid, only in solution. If the solid dissolved in water, we are getting the solution, that time only that will able to conduct the electricity. In solid state, that act as a neutral substance, that will not conduct the electricity because of the strong electrostatic force in between the cation and anions. That force will not move the ions. Ion not able to move with the help of this strong force. Clear? So, then we are going to talk about the next one, magnetic properties of solids. Electrical properties I already told. That what do you mean by magnetic properties of solids? Here we are going to very much connected with solids, magnet. Clear? So, now paramagnetic. Paramagnetic means that is attracted, weakly attracted by the magnetic field. The magnetic field is there. Clear? That is paramagnetic, weakly attracted by magnetic field. Then what do you mean by ferromagnetic? Strongly attracted by magnetic field. Ferromagnetic. Clear? Right? Then antiferromagnetic means, so ferromagnetic, what is that? Attracted, strongly attracted, but then anti means against. So, what happened? That magnetic movement, net movement, what is the net result? 0. Then ferrimagnetic, small net magnetic movements, small net magnetic movements. These are the points regarding magnetic properties of solids. These are the points regarding the magnetic properties of solids. Then next we are going to talk about imperfection in solids. Imperfection means perfection, everything all right. What do you mean by imperfection? Something is defect, some defect is there, that is called imperfection. But in solid, what are they? One by one we are going to see. So many imperfections are there. We are going to give the different names for that imperfection. So, that is why one by one we are going to see. Stoichiometric defect. The other name is intrinsic or thermodynamic defect. In examination point of view, you are going to concentrate, clear, what is intrinsic, what is thermodynamic, what is stoichiometric, all are same. Stoichiometric defect, intrinsic defect, thermodynamic defect, all are same. Clear? So, what do you mean that the ratio of positive and negative ion, the ratio of this is the positive ion, this is the negative ion, and the electrical neutrality of solid is not disturbed. So, listen one thing, you see that positive ion, that is the cation, negative ions, that is the anion, that is, what is that? That is held together with the help of what force? Very strong force. So, very strong force means what happened? That neutral condition arise. The ions are not able to move here and there. So, the neutrality means neutral, will not conduct heat and electricity, will not disturb. Then non-stoichiometric defect, what do you mean? Stoichiometric or intrinsic or thermodynamic defect is, that is the definition. What do you mean by non-stoichiometric defect? Compounds in which ratio of positive and negative ions present in the compound differs from the required by actual chemical formula of the compound are called non-stoichiometric defect. Clear? The ratio of positive and negative ion differ from that required by actual chemical formula. Some differentiation is there. So, that is why divided into two types. What are they? Metal deficiency defect, metal excess defect. So, there are two type of metal deficiency defect, metal excess defect. Because of the deficiency, that defect arise. Because of the excess, that defect arise. I am going to explain the next class in detail. Then, vacancy defect is a type of point defect. The vacancy defect is otherwise point defect in a crystal, missing of one of the lattice sites. Missing of one of the lattice sites. So, what is stoichiometric defect? What is non-stoichiometric? Then non-stoichiometric contains two types, metal deficiency defect and metal excess defect, then vacancy defect. Then the vacancy defect is nothing but point defect, that is nothing but missing from one of the lattice sites. Clear? Then we are going to pass on the next one, Schottky defect is a type of vacancy defect. Schottky defect is a type of vacancy defect which is in ionic solids. What do you mean by ionic solids? Ionic solids means one metal, one non-metal. Metallic substances, sodium chloride, zinc sulfate. Clear? So, these are the example for ionic solids. So, see that the Schottky defect is a type of vacancy defect which is in ionic solids, It is a stoichiometric defect or thermodynamic intrinsic defect, which means that the defects do not change, distort the stoichiometry or distort the stoichiometry solids. What do you mean by Frankel defect? This is also mostly expected in the ionic solids. Smaller ion, usually what is that? The smaller ion is the cation. Why? Because the metallic nature is donating the electron. The metallic nature is donating the electron. After donating the electron, the orbits are automatically removed, so it is going to be shrinks, so it attains small in size. Okay? So, see that the Frankel defects are mostly expected in ionic solid. Smaller ions are cation, that is nothing but positive ion. You see that silver bromide, zinc sulfide and silver chloride, in that which is that the smaller in size, Zn2 plus. Why smaller in size? Donated 2 electron. Clear? So, the defect occurs mainly due to the smaller size of Zn2 plus and Ag plus, that also donated 1 electron. After donating, automatically the atom is going to be shrinks, so it appears small in size. Are you able to follow? Yes. So, next very important, suppose in examination point of view, they are going to ask in the 3 mark. So, total how much mark? I already told that in this chapter the weightage 4. One is very short answer, another one is short answer. Clear? So, now the differences between crystalline solids and amorphous solids. Amorphous solids I already told that is the powdered form. Crystalline solids you already known well. Clear? So, melting point. In crystalline solids, the melting point is very high because what is that? The atoms are arranged orderly, ordered. Perfection is there, perfectly arranged. So, that is why the melting point is high. Here, that is the powdered form, disordered. The atoms are arranged disordered. So, that is why very low. Then boiling point also high. Then amorphous solids, that is low. So, solid, you see that solid converted into liquid. So, that is nothing but melting point. Solid converted into liquid, that is the melting point. Clear? So, that is the heat of fusion. That is the heat of fusion. So, then cleavage. You are going to cut the crystal, that perfect edges you are going to see. If you are going to cut, you are going to see the perfect edges. Clear? But in the case of amorphous substance, not like that. This is because the atoms and molecules are arranged in proper pattern, ordered, but there disordered. Clear? So, perfectly allied sharp edges, uneven cleavages. Then heat of fusion, the amount of heat absorbed by unit mass of a solid at its melting point. For example, solid, so melting point, then liquid, right? Solid, melting point, liquid, that is heat of fusion. Heat of fusion. I am going to write here. Here I am going to write, that is solid, then melting point, then liquid, right, then here what is that? Heat of fusion, heat of fusion, right, okay. Then what do you mean crystal? That is the one mark. Anisotropy, then isotropy. But in crystalline solid, that property is anisotropy. But in amorphous solid, isotropy. The anisotropy means, so with the help of the physical properties, the physical properties is going to be differ or different for different direction, they are directional. It means that physical properties are different for different direction, they are directional. Then anisotropics are, that is, for instance, you see that hardness, cleavability, elasticity, expansion properties, electric, thermal conductivity, electric polarizability and magnetization, all are same, similar, clear, all are similar properties or instance. Then what is that? Isotropy refers the properties of material which is independent of the direction, independent of the direction, and that definition, or you are going to tell like this: isotropic is a substance or disordered, that is why physical properties similar in all directions, but that crystalline substance are ordered, that is why physical properties different and different direction. Anisotropic solids are ordered, that is why physical properties are different in different direction. So you are going to follow this definition, is very easy for you. What is that? That isotropy refers to the properties of material which is independent of the direction. Then anisotropic solids are ordered, that is why physical properties are different in different direction, right, different in different direction. See that, see the diagram. So solids, crystals and amorphous solids, that long range order and short range order. That crystalline solids are having the long range order, that amorphous solids are short range order. See the diagram, right? With the help of that you can easily understand that, clear. Then we are going to, so up to this we stop today. Any doubt, please ask. Any doubt? Right. So thank you very much, my dear students. God bless you.